All right. Time to migrate the CICD for Quake chatbot from GitHub Actions to now AWS CodePipeline and CodeBuild. And I could migrate completely from GitHub and use code commit on AWS as well, but at least right now I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have it search. I'm going to have it monitor the Git repo while whenever there's changes pushed to the Git repo, it's going to trigger the code pipeline and code build on AWS. All right, and this is the current setup. So whenever I push changes, there's a deploy YAML file. Actually, it's deleted now. It's not in here because I started migrating it. I have all the code changes ready to go in here, so I'm just going to commit this real quick. So we're deleting the git actions file, and there's a bunch of new build spec files because of AWS CodeBuild needs it for, I guess, each step in the code pipeline has its own build spec. And then in Terraform, the pipeline is defined in Terraform. So the way things were working before, like on the last live stream, we had this set up. So when you git push, you then have this red box is showing how GitHub needs extra credentials in order to interact with AWS when it's deploying stuff. So we're actually going to eliminate the need for this red part with this migration, although we will have to, I got to put two keys into AWS, but I already did that right before the stream. And then this is the main part of the deployment. Terraform deploys all the global objects and a lot of instances on cloud. But then the two SAM things, these are two different groups of Lambda functions, and they're isolated from each other, but they share some resources like S3 buckets. So that's deployed in Terraform. But everything that's within isolation of one SAM template is deployed by the SAM templates. And then at the end, we have verify. And I'm going to build on the verification stuff moving forward because this is going to turn into the staging environment. Because when you do code build, when it's like building the stuff with AWS CodeBuild, you can have tests in CodeBuild. But what I'm thinking is eventually having three environments. And so initially when you push, it goes into the dev environment, but then it would then go into a staging environment, which is the verify thing. But that's not what I'm doing right now. Right now is just um, what this green box is here. So we're just changing the part between git push and Terraform. Although everything below git push is going to be different, slightly different, I guess. The SAM stuff being different, it's not really different. No, it's just related to how it's being run, but because code build is running this stuff now. Uh, so the changes should be pushed. Did I push those? Maybe not. Let's push those. The main reason I'm doing this is because, it's nice to not have deployment logic on Git Actions and AWS, but that's not really the reason why I'm doing this right now. It's because I'm going to need code pipeline to be more robust later on. So right now I'm just doing like the minimal step possible to push forward a little bit on using code pipeline moving forward. Because right now I'm doing the AWS Developer Associate certification, and um, no, how do I move this? So after I do the Developer Associate certification for AWS, I'm probably going to do the DevOps Engineer Pro certification after that, and that takes the basic code pipeline stuff that I've been learning from this first certification, and it takes full advantage of code pipeline. There's a dev environment, staging environment, prod environment, and I need this for my app so that I can edit my app without screwing up the live production version that's on the App Store. Because right now, when I'm messing with stuff, the app does work right now if you install it on the App Store, on Shopify App Store, but um, if I do something and it breaks, then it's like it's going to break on an actual store. So that's why I have code pipeline is something I'm focusing on right now because that needs to be implemented pretty soon. So this is what I'm doing right now. All right, so apparently I have to bootstrap the pipeline that's getting deployed by Terraform. Apparently, I have to run some Terraform commands on AWS Cloud Shell before the pipeline TF deployment will work. Let's see. I think this worked. All right, what was the next step? Okay. AWS console developer tools, segments, connections. Is this what I'm looking for? I don't know what this is talking about. Uh, oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Man, I don't know what this.